What the duck is up, everyone? Welcome back to DuckTakes. I'm Blake, and as always, with me, my co-host, Garrett.
Hey, guys.
Were you just cross-eyed for a second?
Yeah.
Welcome back to another episode. Thank you for joining us. So today we are going to go over all the D23 announcements. I know, a little late, but we're going to put together a D23 tier list that we did get this idea from another video that we saw.
Yeah, I saw a couple videos on YouTube. One was film stocked, and the other one was geekly goods. So
the categories for this tier list is need it now, I'm excited, I'm curious,
okay,
and don't care.
Yeah.
There's a lot of I have 20 announcements written down. I mean, or wait, I think a little more because I did throw in some theme park announcements as well.
Okay.
So yeah, a lot of announcements at D23, and you'll definitely notice a trend once we go through this list of sequels.
Yeah.
Trying to cash in on those sequels.
Yep.
But before we do that, as always, we got to start with our first segment of each episode, which is our ugly duckling of the week.
Mm-hmm.
So Garrett, what's your ugly duckling this week?
Mr. Megorium's Wonder Emporium.
I've never seen that.
You've never seen that? Bro, no. I swear we both watched this as a kid.
Who's in it? Jim Carrey?
Dustin Hoffman.
Oh.
And Natalie Portman.
What?
Yeah.
I've never seen it.
You don't remember this movie?
I've never seen it.
I don't know. It was a random movie find as a kid. It has a 39% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it could be deservingly so.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's nostalgic for me because I watched it as a kid, but it's a fun movie. It's about this guy has like this guy has a toy shop, and it has like all these like magical rooms, and like the toys come to life almost like
Night at the Museum.
Similar, yeah. Except the toys don't like take on personalities or anything like that. They just are like they're like basically played with nobody touching them.
Okay.
But yeah, and it's about like Natalie Portman like taking over the shop.
My ugly duckling of the week. I don't know how I haven't said this yet. Could you guess it? If I say I don't know how I haven't said this yet, could you take a guess?
An ugly duckling?
Yeah. Where I'm like, I don't know how I haven't said this one yet.
Oh, Halloween 3?
Boom, he got it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Halloween 3 Season of the Witch, which is easily a top 3 entry in the Halloween franchise for me. And this is most definitely a ugly duckling because it was met with terrible reviews because it was the only Halloween movie that didn't feature Michael Myers. 50% on Rotten Tomatoes from the critics, 29% from the audience.
Wow.
How many times do you usually see the critic or the audience score that much lower than the critic score?
Not many, but we know why. It's because our main person wasn't there.
Yeah, Michael Myers is not in it. So what they were trying to do with Halloween 3 Season of the Witch was to turn this franchise into an anthology series, and each movie would be a different story based around the holiday of Halloween. Now, it is, deceiving for like the Halloween fans from 1 and 2, the title. You see Halloween in that title, you're going to expect Michael Myers. I will give you that.
Do you think if they wanted to do this from the beginning, they should have done Halloween 2? Like, do you think it would have been hit with less critical reception if this had been the second movie in the franchise?
Yeah, I can agree with that. I absolutely think so, but I don't think they knew that's what they wanted to do at the time because when the first Halloween came out, it was just such a huge success. Like on a budget of $325,000, it made like $70 million at the box office. Great critical reception. Like it was just talk of the town. So, what do you do when something is that successful? You make a sequel.
Yeah.
And then at that time, John Carpenter didn't even really want to come back to direct the second one. And after the second one, he was just done with like Michael Myers. And even though he didn't direct Halloween 3 Season of the Witch, he was a producer of it. He composed a score for it. Like he was very heavily involved in Halloween 3 Season of the Witch. And that's why I do feel like, you can feel the John Carpenter touch to this Halloween movie. And it's like one of the last ones that you feel that John Carpenter touch. And yeah, I love the concept. Fantastic concept.
It is a good concept of a movie.
There are some things I don't like a forced romance in the movie.
Yeah. What about the face reveal at the end? How'd you feel about that?
I don't mind that.
You like that part?
Yeah. And the practical effects are fantastic. Music is great. Concept is great. I fucking love Halloween 3 Season of the Witch.
All right.
That's my ugly duckling. All right. So let's get started with this tier list. We have Need It Now. I'm excited. I'm curious. Don't care. First off, first one we're going to go over Incredibles 3. Now, are we coming to an agreement of where we're going to put this? I think we...
Yeah, let's just come to an agreement.
Incredibles 3. Brad Bird, who directed the first two, is returning to direct it as well. I don't know where they're going to go story-wise with this, though.
No, I don't know. I'm ready for a time jump.
I'm ready for a prequel.
Really?
Yeah.
They didn't give any details, did they?
No, not that much, no. You're ready to see...
prequel? Well, okay, yeah, I
ready
agree.
To see, like, Dash?
I think that would be cool, but yeah, I feel like, I would like to see the characters that we already know and love get a little bit more of the spotlight,
like Dash
I guess.
And Violet.
Yeah, like I'd like to see them as adults. I feel like that would be cool.
Honestly, I thought we were going to get more...
And also, especially with the events of Incredibles 2, like supers are becoming legal again.
True.
And everything. So we wouldn't just have Dash and Violet. There's a lot of new young heroes that we could get into in, you know, like a time jump.
Here's the thing. I was really expecting Violet to get more screen time in The Incredibles in the second one because she was at first. And then both her and Dash kind of took a back seat once the third act started to happen. There definitely needs to be a time jump. Yeah. For sure.
Either forward or backward.
Now, how excited are we for this, though?
I'm excited. I would put this in the I'm excited part because I'm
excited.
Because Incredibles is like...
That's your favorite.
Yeah, it's my favorite Pixar movie. So I'm definitely excited to see what they're going to do. I just hope they don't fuck it up. But I don't need it. Like, I'm happy with what I have,
So you don't need it now, but you're excited.
I'll do excited.
Okay, let's put it in I'm excited. Next up, Toy Story 5. Now, we didn't get a trailer, but we did see the concept of the story.
Yeah.
And toys, kind of the reality of our world now, where toys are like on the back burner and we got what looks like an iPad kid in the movie, which I think that's a fun concept.
It's a fun concept, but I'm in the don't need it category for this.
Don't care?
Don't care.
Really?
Yeah.
I would say I'm curious. So maybe we meet in the middle?
Dude, honestly, it's just the fact that it's
the fifth one.
Yes. I'm like, good God, can we stop milking this franchise, please?
Well, I haven't even seen the fourth one. And
I haven't either.
And apparently Woody leads the group.
Yeah, I heard that too. And I heard the fourth one had not great reception. Like it wasn't bad, but it wasn't amazing. And people felt like the third one had a great conclusion. And then it's like, okay, why are you...
Fantastic conclusion.
But yeah, I thought the third one had a great conclusion. I didn't see the need for a fourth, so I don't see a need for a fifth either.
That's true. I think when you're getting into 5 territory, it's a lot.
It's annoying.
We got Shrek 5
I'm just like, think of something creative, please.
So, do you want to settle and put it in
Fine, I'll put it in
Okay. Like, I am curious. Like, it's still Toy Story, but again, I haven't even seen the fourth one. So
yeah. So, how can you even say that you're in the I'm curious category if you haven't even seen the fourth?
Because I'm still curious. Yeah. And, Disney is just cashing in on these sequels. Like, if you look at all these sequel announcements from a business point of view.
Yeah, they make sense.
It makes sense.
But, come on. Like, I feel like Disney's whole thing is, creativity and originality.
Right. Imagination.
That imagination. That's literally what they were known for. And now it's just like,
they're
cash cow, cash cow, cash cow.
How do you think they got those cash cows, though? By imagining.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, next, Zootopia 2.
I like Zootopia. I thought the first one was really good.
We've only had one.
Yeah.
So this is only the second one.
Yeah.
I did enjoy the first one. I would say I'm curious.
I'll go curious.
Curious? I am curious. Next announcement I have is Lilo and Stitch live action coming summer 2025.
I'll go need it on that one.
Need it?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I want to see that.
Really?
Yeah. Why? Where are you at?
I was kind of leaning towards like I'm excited. I thought Stitch looked fantastic.
Oh, yeah. No, the live action adaptation was great.
Like, he looks really cute.
Yeah.
You know, it's weird because I'm not huge on the live action Disney adaptations.
That's one live action that I am actually excited for. Yeah.
I think it would be cute. You want to put in Need It Now?
Let's do it.
All right. Because he does look really good.
Yeah.
And like I said, like, I don't know. I think that live action has intrigued my attention more than Mufasa, like the Lion King ones, more than the Aladdin live action, Beauty and the Beast. Like this one, I'm like, okay, I can get down with this. Because to be fair, like Lilo and Stitch, when it first came out, it didn't get a lot of reception or attention. So
no, it's really gotten like a cult fan base over the years, though.
So I think it's, you know, kind of nice that like,
and also, aren't they bringing back the original voice actor?
Yeah.
Who does Stitch? Yeah.
So I think that is nice that, you know, the movie that's getting made to in live action didn't get the attention that it deserved when it came out. So now we're going to be bringing a lot of attention to it. All right, next announcement, Elio. New animated movie with Zoe Saldana attached to it.
Saldana?
So it was Saldana, but she recently added an accent mark over the N, which is how it originally was.
Oh, Zaldana.
Zaldana. That's how it originally it was. But then she changed it for like Hollywood reasons because no one was saying her name right. So she just changed it to Zaldana. And then now she's like, fuck that. I'm going to have my real name.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I don't know. It's an original movie.
I liked the trailer that we saw.
Okay.
I'd be willing to put that one in. I'm excited.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
Okay.
I liked that it was definitely something original, and I'm always down for a space adventure. So
okay, next, Frozen 3 coming 2027.
Don't care.
Don't care.
Don't care. Nothing will ever make me care.
Yeah, I think I'll go don't care.
Don't care.
I do like the ride at Epcot, but you'll never find me going back to like rewatch a Frozen movie.
Nope.
So we got the announcement that Avatar 3 will now be titled Avatar Fire and Ash. See, this, I feel like a lot of people are excited about these upcoming Avatar movies.
I'm not like crazy just because the second one just seemed like a copy and paste movie to me. Obviously, you know, the visuals are something that we can look forward to in these movies, which is like their main reason for being made is just the spectacle of it and the amazing CGI work that they have,
and the world that they built with Pandora.
Yeah, no, it's very cool. But
the story just
not that me. Yeah, it's not that interesting. Like the first one was great. It's, you know, it was original to a degree. I mean, I feel like there's so many stories of like, you know, the rebels fighting up against the overpowering invaders, blah blah blah. You know, you see that all the time. But then the second movie to me was literally copy and paste.
And I think I've just kind of realized that I'm not the biggest James Cameron screenplay guy. Like, I just recently watched Aliens for the first time, which there's that whole debate, is Aliens better than Alien? Like, a lot of people enjoy Aliens more than Alien.
Yeah.
And I think Alien is far superior than Aliens.
I just watched Alien last night.
The first one?
Yeah.
For the first time?
No, not for the first time.
Okay.
But rewatched it.
Good, right? So I don't know. I could put it in, I wouldn't say don't care. Or I'm curious.
I'll do
I know a lot of people are excited for that, so it's gonna be interesting.
Yeah.
Tron Ares, which they announced that the score will be composed by 9 Inch Nails, Trent Reznor and Atticus Ross, who have done some fantastic musical compositions, like The Social Network and Challengers. So I think that could, like, their techno vibe that they bring to their scores, I think it'll fit really well in Tron.
Who's starring in it?
Jared Leto.
I was very excited when I saw this announcement. I was like, oh shit, they're finally continuing Tron like we've been asking for years.
Yeah.
Then I saw Jared Leto.
Not a big Jared Leto guy.
And then I got scared.
I think he's hit or miss. Like,
to me, he's been more miss than hit lately.
But I never really like hate him. You know what I mean? I never really hate what he's in. or like his acting? I don't know.
I don't know. I just saw him and I got scared because he's been attached to some shitty projects lately.
Maybe I'm Curious.
I would go I'm Curious. Honestly,
Curious.
had he not been in it, I probably would have said need it now.
All right, next announcement, Andor season 2.
I'm excited.
Okay. I'll let you place this one because I haven't seen first season of Andor.
Well, I mean, the first season of Andor was... I loved the first season of Andor. But, you know, to me, it felt like it wrapped up pretty well.
Okay. So now you're like, okay, where are they going to go from here?
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe there's a cliffhanger that I'm not remembering right now, but I'll still go. I'm excited because the first season was really good.
Okay. Season 2 of Percy Jackson. I haven't seen season 1.
Didn't see the first one, so.
But I don't care. Funny enough, though, I was a huge fan of that book series.
Yeah, the book series
is
amazing.
I read it all the time as a kid. And I even saw the first movie a decent amount. I enjoyed it. Did they make more after that first one? I didn't watch them.
I think they were like skipping books, if I'm not.
Really?
No. It was Percy Jackson, Sea of Monsters.
Okay.
I know they did do Sea of Monsters, and then I think they stopped after that.
Yeah. Skeleton Crew, Star Wars. So Skeleton Crew is set during the New Republic era, years after Return of the Jedi. Will be about 4 kids lost in the galaxy trying to make their way home. Jude Law is set to make his Star Wars debut. So what I got from this is that it does look very kiddish. It almost looks like I don't know, maybe it could be a Stand By Me for Star Wars. But
like we need that.
Here's what I've come to the conclusion and the realization of that, and I'm okay with it, is that Star Wars projects these days, not all of them are going to be for me. And I think we just got to accept that.
Which is really annoying too, because I feel like we're like the second generation of the fan base that made it popular.
So I saw a good point made as well, is that Star Wars right now, they're trying to appease too many different fan bases.
Yeah.
I mean, they're trying to appease like the adult fan base with shows like Andor, Mandalorian, and then they're trying to appease, the younger generation as well.
But what's annoying to me though is like I hate when studios try to distinguish that, because to me, I feel like there is a perfect medium where you can capture a lot of audiences where it gets it's enjoyable for kids and respected among adults. Because we've seen that in Clone Wars. We've seen this kid show give us episodes that are amazing, and I would go back and rewatch countless times.
Okay.
So, and that's technically a kid show.
Yeah, no, that's true. I mean,
So that's what annoys me. It's like, I know it's possible and they just choose not to do it. They're just like, we're going to make this specifically for kids and everyone else can piss off and not enjoy it.
Yeah, it just looked pretty kiddie to me, kind of cheap. Like, I'm not excited for it. Did you also hear Acolyte got canceled?
Thank God.
So Skeleton Crew. I'm going to say don't care.
Yeah. Just like I've never seen, what is it? Their animated show, Star Wars. Is it Rebellion? Or
no, it's
what is it? Resistance.
Resistance.
Yeah, I've never watched that.
Next, Fantastic Four revealed that it will be called, or maybe the title was revealed at Comic-Con, but it's going to be Fantastic Four: First Steps.
Yeah.
We got a first look at the Fantastic Four suit that Johnny Storm was wearing. And we also got to hear the theme song that will be composed by, the score is going to be composed by Michael Giacchino.
I mean, I like that he's going to be a part of this. You can count on a good score for that.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, the man doesn't miss with the Batman, any other Pixar movie, Ratatouille, Up, The Incredibles. The man just doesn't miss. Now, did you see the picture of the suit and what it looked like?
Yeah.
How do you feel about that?
Looks like pajamas.
I wasn't that big of a fan of it. I get that it's retro. It takes place in the 60s.
Yeah.
But also, like, he's the Human Torch. It almost looks like cloth. I don't know.
How's that going to withstand heat?
Right. And I'm sure it will, because Reed Richards will build a suit that'll...
Yeah. I feel like the Fantastic Four suits are supposed to look like sleek. They don't look sleek.
I'm like leaning towards, I'm excited and
You're
I'm
leaning
curious.
towards?
What did I say?
You said I'm leaning towards.
I'm leaning between. I'm excited and I'm curious.
Yeah, I mean, we've been
excited.
We've been waiting a while for a Fantastic Four adaptation.
Yeah.
So I
just have my
your doubts.
My doubts on the cast.
Yeah.
Or like half of the cast.
I would do I'm excited. I think everybody who did get casted is like a very capable actor.
For sure.
I just think it's not, maybe not everybody got casted in their perfect role.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I would still put I'm excited for Fantastic Four.
Okay. Moana 2. I'm curious.
I'm curious, but not excited for sure.
So I was a big fan of the first one.
Mm-hmm. First one was good.
Same voice actors returning for that as well. Snow White. We got a teaser trailer for that. That
don't care.
Brought a lot of conversations on social media.
Don't care.
Yeah, I'd say that too. Oh my God. Honestly, when did everyone go on this Gal Gadot hate tour?
I didn't know about that.
No?
Oh, yeah. I just found out about that today.
Really?
Actually. Yeah.
A lot of people kind of shit on her acting abilities too.
Yeah.
Like it's like she doesn't give much facial expressions in her scenes.
She doesn't put a lot of emotion into her voice either. Kal-El, no. Yeah, that's like the big one that everybody hates on her for. But
or the one in Wonder Woman 84 where she's like, "You need to give me the stone."
Yeah, when she's on top of a car.
Right.
Like of any moment to have some kind of emotion, you have none.
And the whole controversy with, the Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs and them. Now they're
CGI.
They're CGI, and now they're called magical creatures.
Wow.
There's a lot of talk.
So what's the name of the name of the movie? Is just Snow White. They cut the Seven Dwarfs part out of it.
I think so. If I'm not mistaken. Let me check. Yeah, it's just called Snow White now.
What is happening?
I don't know. It's just that movie's been in production hell.
Yeah.
It really has. All right, so don't care for Snow White. Next, Daredevil Born Again. We got a snippet of that.
Need it now.
You need it now?
Need it now. Yeah. That's a need it now.
Need me some Daredevil. They are bringing back Punisher, John Bernthal, which we all love John Bernthal's Punisher.
Uh-huh.
They're bringing back Karen.
I do need this now, but I am skeptical because it's Disney.
Daredevil. Yeah, I mean, if the thing is like they need to really pull through on the TVMA rating of the show. God,
dude, if they try and lighten that show up, people were going to be pissed.
Because you know what I saw? I saw a quote saying that it's going to be even more violent or bloody than the Netflix Daredevil show.
It better be.
And I said, okay, we've heard this before from Echo. We heard that was going to take advantage of its TVMA rating, which it clearly did not.
Dude, Daredevil season 1 literally has a guy offing himself by shoving his eye socket through a spike on a fence. That's a lot to live up to.
Is Disney going to give us that?
I doubt it. I genuinely doubt it. I guarantee you the execs watch that scene in the original Daredevil and they go,
yeah.
And they're like, we don't need to do that.
I don't know if you're allowed to do that. We need it, but you are skeptical.
I am skeptical, but I need it now.
But you need it. Okay. Let's take a pause real quick and do our second segment of the episode, which is Garrett's Corner.
This one's also like very particular. But you know how when you're pulling up to a left turn, like stop, red light?
Yeah.
And everybody is lined up on the second most turn lane and not the inside one.
Yes.
That makes no sense to me.
It doesn't.
Like, I'm not complaining because I'm like, you all are fucking stupid. And I go on the inside lane and I'm like skipping 10 cars.
Right. Because there's a chance if you go in that backed up lane, like you're going to miss the light.
Yeah. So I'm like, but my question is, what are you thinking? What are you doing? If you're one of those people that gets in that long line that's not on the inside lane, why do you do that? I don't know if there's a reason behind it. If you need to make an immediate right turn as soon as you make that left turn,
that's the only thing I'm thinking.
But dude, I've seen people do this on roads where there's not even a right turn to make.
Oh, really?
And they just do it. It makes no sense. I don't get it.
Yeah, I noticed that happen a lot on Colonial.
Yeah, it happens all the time, and I'm baffled by it.
I don't get it. I really don't get it. Driving. It's tough, isn't it?
It's really not.
It's not. It's really not. All right. There we go. Garrett's Corner, where he takes a few minutes out of the episode to vent about something.
That was more like 30 seconds. But
that was a quick one. That was a quick little one. But hey, that's our therapy for the day. All right. Next announcement. Back to the D23 announcements. We have Freaky Friday 2.
Eh.
I think it's a good place to put it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I'll probably see it, but
right.
It's I'm not like a Freaky Friday stan for the first one or anything.
No, me neither. Like, that's not a huge nostalgic movie for me.
Seems like a weird movie to bring back.
Yeah, I agree. Next announcement, Monster Jam, an upcoming project from The Rock. Which
don't care.
No, yeah, don't care.
Don't care.
Only for that reason?
Literally the fact, like, you said The Rock, and I'm like, don't care.
What are they going to do with that? I will say, we did grow up going to the Monster Jams.
We did.
My favorite was Gravedigger.
Our favorite was Gravedigger.
And it was your favorite too? I thought you had a different favorite one.
We had the same
toy car.
Yeah.
There was a big one though
of Gravedigger. It was
Gravedigger.
Sick. Yeah. I feel like that was the one that our dad always like talked about. So
was Gravedigger.
Yeah.
Well, it was a cool looking one too.
It was cool.
Yeah, that was a good monster truck. All right. Next announcement. Pixar's first ever original TV series called Win or Lose, about a softball team gearing up for a championship.
I'll say I'm curious.
Yeah, I'm curious about that.
You know, I like Pixar. They have a good track record, and I'm sure there's going to be some heartwarming moments in there. So
I would say curious.
Yeah.
I would like to see that. Next announcement, we have Dream Productions TV show, which is a Inside Out spinoff about the Dream Factory inside Riley's head, and this will take place between the events of Inside Out and Inside Out 2.
I mean, I don't even know if I'd say I'm curious. Like, that's like a for me.
Yeah, I agree.
Like, I like Inside Out, so honestly, it's kind of interesting that something that I like a lot has a spinoff, and I don't really
because we've already gotten so much of it like in a short amount of time.
Yeah,
you could say. I mean, first one I guess 2016, second one 2024, but I think
that's a decent chunk in between. But
yes,
but we did just get the sequel, and now you're doing this.
Yeah, I think it's because we just got the sequel.
Yeah, so I think it's because of that they're just trying to capitalize on it,
and like the Dream Factory.
Yeah, that seems like a weird thing to do a spinoff.
If we're focusing on the Dream Factory, then Riley's going to be sleeping for the majority of it, you would think.
Yeah.
I don't know. I liked where they were going with Riley's character in Inside Out 2, and this doesn't seem like
a backtrack.
A progression of it. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, but I guess that's what Inside Out 3 is going to be for.
Next announcement, Hoppers. We were introduced to a character, Mabel, a young girl who transfers her consciousness into a rabbit beaver in order to learn more about the world of animals. So surprisingly, this is like one original thing on here that I'm actually excited for.
Really?
I don't know.
This one didn't really catch my interest.
Really?
No.
It caught mine because it's going to be Pixar. Either it is Pixar or Disney. And I feel like they're just really good with like making you connect with characters that aren't human, especially animal characters. And for some reason, I feel like this is going to hit on an emotional chord for some reason. I just have a gut feeling.
All right.
So I'd say I'm excited.
All right, just put it there. That's fine.
You're fine with that?
Yeah.
We don't have to meet in the middle?
I'll let you have your moment.
Okay.
That's fine.
I don't know. I got a gut feeling about that one. We get our first look at Ironheart, and Anthony Ramos is set to play the villain. As a whole, I'm not curious about Ironheart. Like, I wouldn't say I don't care.
You're on about Ironheart?
Yeah. What are you on?
I will say I didn't love Ironheart that we saw in Wakanda Forever.
I don't know. It's weird. Like, I think the character as a whole is like an important character. I just like from what we saw in Wakanda Forever, like her role in that didn't really intrigue me.
I feel like it would have been better if they gave us more background with her instead of just like kind of throwing her into that movie.
Like, hey, we need you because you're really smart.
Yeah.
To build.
And then it's like, boom, you got a suit.
Yeah.
I don't know. Just seemed very fast.
It was very fast, yeah.
So let's do
The Mandalorian and Grogu. They are weeks into production. They teased some footage and the return of Mando's Razor Crest ship and the character from Rebels, Zeb, as well as Mando and Grogu facing an AT-AT walker on a snowy planet. Yeah?
Yeah.
Really?
They lost my trust with season 3. And also Boba Fett. I feel like they're just totally milking it for the money. They don't give a shit about the characters anymore. I don't think they're doing it for any kind of good reason to develop Mando's character. They're doing it because Mando's a popular character and Grogu is cute. That's why they're doing it.
But even if Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau are the ones behind this?
All right, well, obviously, I am. Weren't they behind season 3?
Filoni.
Seems like Filoni didn't really have much of a say in season 3.
I think I think they had their hands dipped in it, but this is like.
If this is all them, then yeah, okay, I'll move it to I'm curious, but.
It is. I'm not excited. And I wouldn't say I don't care, and I wouldn't say I don't need it now. I'll probably say I'm curious.
All right, that's fine.
Okay.
Because the first 2 seasons were awesome.
Well, it just kind of seems like now they're backtracking because of the decision of like bringing Grogu back in the Boba Fett season.
Yeah.
And which that's not how it was originally supposed to go. And now they're bringing back Mando's Razor Crest ship. I don't know. I just feel like they're like backtracking for what they lost in Boba Fett in season 3.
So disrespectful too, man, because Mandalorian is literally what kept Disney Plus on its feet when it first launched.
Yeah, that's true.
So you're gonna how you gonna do your character dirty like that? That's so annoying.
Okay, so that was the last that I wrote down of for like movie and TV show announcements, but I did write a few theme park announcements that I think you just got to talk about. So I mean, I'm a theme park guy. I know Garrett's not much of a theme park guy.
I'm just not a Disney pass holder.
That's true. It's also can be expensive.
Yeah. It hurt me just to buy my Halloween Horror Nights ticket recently.
Okay, first of all, Halloween Horror Nights, we got to have a talk with you alone. Like, your prices are getting ridiculous.
Yeah.
I used to get a frequent fear pass for September and October for $120 a month back in like 2019 before pandemic. And then, dude, now if you want a frequent
$120 a month
or $120 for the whole thing, my bad.
Yeah.
For September and October.
Yeah.
Now, if you want to enjoy Halloween Horror Nights frequently in September and October, it's minimum $240.
$240.
Yeah.
Next jump up is $290. And this is all not including tax.
Yeah.
And
if you
the
want
jump
free
up
parking,
after that with free parking is
$400.
Yeah.
Yeah. Insane.
Nuts.
Anyways, so there were some really cool announcements for the theme parks. So one of the announcements for Disney World's Hollywood Studios is that there's going to be a Monsters, Inc. roller coaster, and it is going to be like the experience of like traveling on the doors that you see moving around and their factory.
Okay.
And I mean, with a roller coaster comes like a little kind of world around it as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, Monsters Inc. roller coaster.
I like that.
I need it now.
I like that.
I need it now. Yeah. That is my second favorite Pixar movie of all time. And I mean,
also that theme of the ride, though, the doors, that was a good idea.
Yeah. And I mean, there's no Monsters Inc. stuff in Disney World.
Nah.
Like, I feel like Monsters Inc. does not get a lot of love. So now we finally get, a ride and hopefully a little, world around it.
Yeah.
I'm really excited for Monsters Inc.
No, I like that.
Mm-hmm. And Magic Kingdom, they're going to be adding a villain land. So Disney villains.
Okay.
Which
the villains need some more respect.
Yeah. The villains are a huge part of those early Disney movies or Renaissance era, like with Beauty and the Beast, like Gaston and
and I think that would definitely appeal to like, your edgier people that like to go to Disney. So I don't know.
I feel like that could also appeal to the young and old generation as well, because I feel like those iconic villains are a part of the older generation of Disney movies.
Yeah.
So I would say I'm excited for that. I don't need it now, but I'm excited. Man, Disney saw Universal make all those great announcements. It was like, shit, guys, we got to step it up.
Yeah.
Last thing I have written down for the theme parks is they are adding a Cars attraction to Magic Kingdom. Now in Disneyland, California, what's the California Adventure Park? California Adventureland?
I don't know, man.
Shit, I forget what that park, because there's Disneyland and then there's California Adventure. I think that's what it's called. There's only 2 parks in California. They have a Cars Land there, and it's Route 60. It's Radiator Springs.
Yeah.
And this Cars attraction will not, we got a concept art of it, and it wouldn't be Radiator Springs. It is Cars themed, but it seems like it takes place during another movie. Now, me personally, I always was like really jealous of the Radiator Springs land that they got over in Disneyland. I was kind of hoping that would get brought to Magic Kingdom Orlando. I mean, it makes sense why they would want to like at least switch it up.
Have a different thing, yeah.
Yeah.
Instead of just copying and pasting.
Right.
However, yeah, it would have been cool to get Radiator Springs. But I think
like
that's iconic.
Iconic. I think the vibes of Radiator Springs is so sick. Like
Yeah.
it kind of, for Disney World Orlando, it would bring over those Southwest vibes.
Yeah.
That we don't get here.
Yeah.
So I think that would have been really cool for Disney World Orlando. So I would say, for the Cars attraction. Yeah.
Not even I'm curious?
No, because I'm just not a Cars guy. Like, I'm a fan of the first one, and then the other ones, I don't even think I've seen all of them. So.
All right. Damn.
Yeah. If it was Radiator Springs, I'd say I'm excited. All right, so there's our D23 announcement tier list. Overall, a lot of interesting announcements to come out of D23. I would love to attend D23 at some point.
Yeah, that'd be really cool.
The event as a whole looked really cool.
But yeah, pretty good announcements overall.
All right, last segment of the day before we finish off this episode, bringing back a little old school, Blake's Takes. What do you have for me?
Kind of related to what we were talking about, actually. Is Pedro Pascal getting overcasted? Is he in too many things? Like, do you think he fits the roles that he's getting casted in, basically?
See, here's the thing. I think the issue is not that he's getting overcasted. I think he's just getting casted in a lot of IP franchises as like iconic characters.
Yeah.
As to where, like, I'll give an example. Glenn Powell is getting casted in a lot of things.
But it's original character.
And I think they're like tailored around Glenn Powell.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So when I see Glenn Powell in Anyone But You and then Hitman and then Twisters, I'm like, shit, I can't get enough of Glenn Powell.
Yeah. So I like what you're saying. So you're saying Pedro Pascal getting casted in characters where he has to fit into that character's persona,
right?
Versus Glenn Powell's characters take on his own persona,
right? Yeah,
yeah.
Because I mean, look, we've seen Pedro Pascal in the Star Wars franchise, the Last of Us franchise,
Game of Thrones.
I mean, Game of Thrones, but I thought that was a perfect casting.
Yeah, no, that was perfect.
And now he's gonna be playing Mr. Fantastic.
Yeah. And we know what Mr. Fantastic is supposed to be like.
Right.
So it's a matter of if he's going to fit that.
So I think there's a lot more up against him already because, like we said, he has to fit into these characters. And I mean, he's a fantastic actor.
Yeah. So no, he's definitely going to be met with more criticism as opposed to doing an original character.
So I don't think he's getting overcasted. I think he's just getting casted in too many big IP franchises. And that's essentially just Disney having their finger wrapped around them.
Yeah.
So,
all right, that's a fair take. I like it.
Yeah, that's my take on that. All right, that's going to do it for this episode of DuckTakes. Let us know what D23 announcement you're most excited for. Thank you to everyone who made it this far in the episode, wherever you're listening to us on YouTube, Spotify, Apple. Make sure you give us a rating and review. As always, thank you to our Patreon members. If you do want to see more of us, make sure you do sign up for our Patreon, where we have more episodes on there. And yeah, make sure to just give us a follow on all our social media accounts as well. So that's going to do it here at DuckTakes. As always, with my co-host Garrett. We'll see you next time.
See you guys.